Rescue Tales in action.
Make a difference in this great big world. Come along with us as we go on a whole new adventure. What are you waiting for? Young rescuers we will be. We'll make sure they're cared for, make sure they're loved. 'Cause there's a wide open deep blue world. We're on a mission to save. There's a wide open deep blue world. We've all got a part to play. We're here to save the day. We're here to save the day. There's a wide open deep blue world. We're on a mission to save. There's a wide open deep blue world. We've all got a part to play. We're here to save the day.
Wow, hey there everyone! I'm your host Chris, and welcome to Rescue Tales in Action! Now, do we have anyone here who absolutely loves animals? Show of hands. Okay, good, there's a lot of you guys. Well, who loves dogs? Any dog lovers? Yes, dogs are a very popular one. Now, we're at SeaWorld. What about dolphins? Anyone like dolphins? Yes? Have you seen the baby dolphins yet? They're really cute. Okay, let's try one more. What about a fuzzy little kitten? I love cats. I'll raise my hand for cats. Now, what about snakes? Okay, so a lot of mixed reactions. I myself am a little scared of snakes. Well, maybe vultures. Anyone like vultures? Yeah, definitely not as many fans. You know, sure, a fuzzy kitten or puppy is lovable, but again, who here doesn't want to be around a snake? Well, today we're going to meet some unexpected animals, and we're also going to go behind the scenes to learn more about SeaWorld's animal care. Now, when you're like me, when you think about SeaWorld, you probably think about marine animals like dolphins and sharks. And it is true, SeaWorld does some amazing work when it comes to helping marine wildlife in need. Our animal care team is on call 24/7, 365. Whether it's a stranded dolphin, a manatee in distress, or a sea turtle release, SeaWorld is there. Believe it or not, at our park in Abu Dhabi, we even have a dedicated rescue program for sea snakes. And we're researching ways to protect coral and seagrass too. But there's so much more to SeaWorld's rescue efforts than just the animals of our one ocean. For example, the SeaWorld and Busch Gardens Conservation Fund helps southern crown hornbills in Africa, cotton-top tamarins in Colombia, and protecting habitats in Cambodia. Today we're going to shine a light on some of these lesser known but vital efforts, and on the many species of animals within our care. But don't take my word for it. Everyone, please welcome my co-host, Zach.
Hello everybody and welcome to Rescue Tales in Action. I am so excited for you guys to meet all of our animal ambassadors that are joining us here on stage today. Chris, are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you guys ready?
All right, well our first animal ambassador is right there. Everyone say hello, Ozzy. Ozzy is a Virginia opossum, the only marsupial native to North America.
Well, hey there, Ozzy. You know, he's kind of cute in sort of a weird way. Well, Zach, what is a marsupial?
Marsupials carry and nurse their young in their pouch, like kangaroos and koalas.
Neat. And take a look at that tail. Hey, Gary, can we get a shot of Ozzy's tail on the camera? That thing is really neat.
Yeah, opossums have what's called a prehensile tail, and it helps them grip objects. It's also helpful when balancing in trees, climbing, and holding onto branches.
So do they hang by their tails then?
When they're babies, sure, but not when they're fully grown. Also, Ozzy may look slow and kinda chunky, but opossums are really fast. If they feel in danger, they can reach up to speeds of 4 miles per hour running away from it.
Well, I think Ozzy might be faster than me, and I have the question of the day I think everyone would like to know.
What's that?
Do opossums actually play dead, or is that kind of like an urban legend?
You know what? Let's phone a friend. What do you guys think? Do you think opossums play dead, or is that just a myth? They do, in fact, play dead. If they feel threatened, they can involuntarily enter a state called thanatosis.
Wait, Thanos. Like, that Thanos?
No, nerd. Thanatosis. It's a state of shock. Their eyes roll in the back of their head, their tongue sticks out, they go still, and they can really look dead. This can last several minutes or even hours.
Wow, that is a long time. Now, are they endangered at all?
Nope, not endangered or threatened, but habitat loss, disease, and predators are real risks for opossums out in the wild. But they're important animals. Have you guys ever heard of Lyme disease? Have you heard of Lyme disease?
Isn't that the disease caused by infected ticks, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And Lyme disease is extremely dangerous. Opossums help us out though, because one of their favorite snacks is ticks. These little guys help to keep the tick population under control, and in so doing, help protect us from disease.
Well, Ozzy, eating ticks does sound kind of gross.
A little bit.
But we appreciate the efforts. What do you say, everyone? Let's give it up for Ozzy the opossum!
And then Fabiana.
Hi, I'm Justin Zimmerman. I'm part of the SeaWorld Coral Rescue Team. I'm one of the biologists who works here at the SeaWorld Coral Rescue Center. We take care of around 900 gene bank of rootstock corals. The corals are very delicate animals, so they require a lot of water chemistry, a lot of husbandry. We do water testing daily. We even change the lights to create their natural seasonal changes. Corals are animals. They require feeding. They also get some energy from the sun, so we monitor their lights. Baby corals, when they're born here, are very small, very delicate. The eggs are very, very tiny. We actually have to have each biologist take care of each coral individually. So we make sure that the piles stay clean, the baby coral grows. It takes about a year and a half to grow a baby coral to just over an inch. The ultimate goal of this project is to replace the corals back in the ocean.
Thank you, Justin, for you and your team's hard work. All right, you guys ready to meet our next animal ambassador? All right, Zach, who's next?
Our next animal ambassador is a famous Florida resident. At just 1 year old, our American alligator. Everyone say hi to Everglade.
Hi, Everglade. You know, he's actually really cute for something that's going to get a lot bigger and scary.
Really big, you got that. Adult American alligators can get up to 15 feet in length and can weigh over 1,000 pounds. While Everglade here is just 1 year old, they can actually live in between 35 and 50 years out in the wild, and some as old as 80 years under human care.
Wow, that's a really long time. But as a species, they have been around for a lot longer, correct?
Yep, alligators have been around for over 150 million years, and they're what we call a living fossil because they were around before dinosaurs went extinct.
Wow, what has made them such good survivors then?
Well, you see those bumpy ridges along their back there?
Yes.
Those are called osteoderms, bony plates, kind of like built-in armor. Also, adult alligators, when they shut their jaw, they actually have enough force that can crush bones.
Okay, wow, I see why they're apex predators. And
Huh?
mentioning their jaw, I see he's got a lot of little teeth. How many do they typically have?
Alligators have about 80 teeth at any given time, but they constantly grow new ones, so they can go through 2,000 to 3,000 teeth in a lifetime.
Wow, that must mean a lot of tooth fairy visits.
It really does.
Do they have any help growing up?
Yeah, actually, unlike many of the reptile species, alligators, they do. Their mamas will stay with them for about 2 years. She built a nest. Oh, and here's a really cool science fact. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The temperature of the nest helps decide whether the babies are male or female.
What? There's no way. Zach, please explain how that works.
Okay, so if the temperature of the nest is cooler, below 86 degrees, it's most likely a female.
Okay.
And if it's hotter above 93 degrees, most likely a male.
Really? So the ground basically decides? That's pretty wild.
Oh, and here's another thing. Back in 1967, alligators were on the verge of disappearing forever due to overhunting and habitat loss.
Well, obviously these guys are still here, so what changed?
Well, thanks to 20 years of strong conservation efforts, we were able to take the American alligator off the endangered species list in 1987, which coincidentally was the same year that the alligator became Florida's official state reptile.
Wow, that is fantastic to hear, and I also assume People are learning to live alongside them by not beating them and giving them their space, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If we all continue to do our part, alligators like Everglade will be around for another 250 million years.
Well, that is so amazing to hear. Everyone say, see you later, alligator!
See you later, alligator.
Now, while we wait for the arrival of our next guest, I'd love to give you guys a behind-the-scenes look at SeaWorld's Animal Commissary. That's right, that's what we call the place where our experts prepare the food and diets for all of the animals in our care. Hey, Kai, can you link us to the commissary, please?
Hey Chris, how's it going?
Going great, Nick. Just so you know, you're live here at Rescue Tales with a few hundred of my closest friends. Say hi!
Oh, hi everybody. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was going to be on camera, otherwise I would have done my hair.
No worries, you look great. I just wanted to share some information about one of the coolest, busiest, and most important parts of the park.
Glad to help. What do you want to know?
You and the team have so many animals you have to take care of and feed every day. It must be a lot of hard work. How do you guys get it all done?
Yeah, it is a really big job. Every single animal here in the park, they have their own unique diet, and that diet is weighed out every single day to make sure they get the right amount of fish. We also want to make sure that we're giving them the best quality fish, so before it's ever fed to an animal, we check it 5 times a day. Oh, Chris, I'm really sorry. Florida Fish and Wildlife, they're calling me right now about an injured manatee. I gotta go.
Oh, no worries, Nick. We'll see you around the commissary. Well, I did say they're one of the busiest parts of the park. All right, Zach, we got time for one more animal ambassador, who is our last guest.
Yeah, our last animal ambassador was born at a zoo in Texas and has just started exploring the world. Say hi to Biscuit, our prehensile-tailed porcupine.
Hi, Biscuit. Wait, hold on. You said porcupine?
Uh-huh.
Doesn't she have super sharp quills?
Yes, she does, but not when they're babies. See, baby porcupines called porcupets are
Porcupets? Wait, porcupets.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so cute. I love that name. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Baby porcupines called porcupets are born with reddish-brown guard hairs that harden into quills over time. It helps keep their mom safe during birth.
Very cool. And you mentioned prehensile tail. Is that like our friend Ozzy from earlier?
Yeah, for Biscuit, she uses her tail like a third arm. This helps her climb through the trees.
Oh, very cool. So she's like a tree climbing expert then.
Yeah, she is. These porcupines live in the forests of South America, and they hardly ever come down from their trees except to use the bathroom or have babies.
Well, I wish I could hang out in a tree all day sometimes.
You know, I think she's going to explore a little bit more backstage, and that's okay.
That is okay. And, well, let's keep talking about our friend Biscuit here. What does she like to eat?
Oh, so porcupines love fruits, flowers, leaves, roots, and Biscuit's favorite snack is corn.
Corn? Well, I love corn too.
Yeah, and she also has a special antibiotic coating on her quills that actually helps her protect herself if she pokes herself.
Wow, that's very neat. Wait, I'm gonna ask the audience something. You taught me this earlier.
Okay.
Okay, so we know that a baby porcupine is called a porcupet. But do you guys know what a group of porcupines is called? Anyone have any guesses? Feel free to shout it out. Close. They're actually called a prickle. I think that's pretty fitting.
And it fits perfectly. And while Biscuit's species is listed as least concern, they play an important part in their rainforest homes. As they eat and climb, they spread seeds which grow trees. So she's a little forest farmer.
Wow, so Biscuit and porcupines are not only adorable, they're also super important.
Very important.
And we're grateful that they can share their tales with all of us. And thank you, Jackie and our animal trainers, for coming out with us today.
Yes, thank you. And Biscuit can hear you backstage, so let's give it up for Biscuit, our prehensile-tailed porcupine.
Now, Rescue Tales reminds us that every creature, no matter how big or small, deserves love, compassion, and a second chance.
Through our Rescue Center efforts, we're proud to be able to offer that second chance. For nearly 60 years, SeaWorld has rescued over 41,000 animals with the goal of rehabilitating and returning them back into the wild.
This year alone, right here in SeaWorld Orlando, we've returned over 25 manatees and 45 sea turtles. Let's give it up for SeaWorld's rescue teams and veterinary staff.
And we're not done yet. With continuous support from friends like you, these stories of hope and healing will continue to unfold. And thank you to all of the animal ambassadors that joined us out here on stage today.
Absolutely. And until next time, remember remember to cherish every tale. Within each one, there's a story worth saving. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone, and have a tale of a day at SeaWorld. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for coming.